G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the magnificent Margon. Yes, I know it's been a couple of days since I've done any World of Tanks videos. I actually haven't played World of Tanks for a couple of days. But, nonetheless, I jumped back in and I thought, you know what, let's just start it off with a scumbag. Now, as you all know, I don't mind playing a scumbag. At times, you just have these moments where they're great. Now, this isn't a very interesting battle, more or less. It's more of just a battle. Reasons for me to show this one off was because I actually did something that was quite hilarious, and I really feel sorry for the guy on the opposite team, but at the same time, well, it's the way it goes sometimes. And it was the only good thing about this, so it's more or less this will be a boom time video, where basically you see me just blow things up, but at the same time I've got another very interesting battle to show you on my VK45. Only thing is, it was very disappointing that it was a loss on that battle. Now you're probably thinking, what am I doing? Well, I'm actually aiming the heavy hill. Now you can pretty well chew up heavy corner from here quite comfortably and do some nice damage at the same time, if you do know what to do. Like this for Tiger 1, if only I could lay a good punch on him, but didn't quite get the punch I wanted to. Just fell off to the left a little bit further than it should have, and that's the way it goes. But it was still a pretty damn good shot. Still aiming for him, still know he's there, still targeting him. But then I see the T-37 and thought, ooh, you know what, a light tank being up there is actually really bad. That's bad news. Even I know that for myself. So I was actually hoping that he would do something silly, respot himself to allow me to get a nice big juicy shot planted into him. So I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited, and nothing actually happened. So I'm actually going to speed this battle up to 2 times. A lot of things don't happen for quite a large chunk of this battle, and it's really disappointing. I sort of sat here for a long time waiting. Then I changed down to the T-34 for a bit, hoping he'd pop out to the bushes just like that, but give me something to shoot at. He didn't. Tiger P can't hit him. The AMX-5100 still couldn't get a good accurate shot on that one. The SU took the shot on the SU though. I did line up a shot, but watch this. I fired and he moved forward, so that was just a very big pity. Don't know what that T-34 is yelling at. No idea. Where is he on the map? Oh, who knows? Oh, there he is. He's sort of, yeah, he's by himself. He's obviously not very happy. Tiger P driving up the hill. No, but then I see a lonely Tiger 2, pretty well on full health, and I take my time. And this is the hilarious part. Fired, one shot ammo racked. Oh, poor Tiger 2 thought, oh yeah, I'll get a sneak around here, and I really thought he may have done a little bit of raging at that point in time, just because of what just happened, and no, he didn't. And I thought, oh, the prot, beautiful, I could do this. I was so going to just come on, aim up, reload, almost at the reload, come on, we can do this, almost there, a few more seconds, can I get a shot, zoomed in a bit, reloaded, fired, he moved forward, and I've just gone over the top, and then I've gone, damn, and that was just unlucky. It was just unlucky, and that's the way it goes sometimes. And in a scumbag, sometimes you have good shots, sometimes you have bad shots, and as you can see, I got one good shot on that Tiger 2. I didn't get another good opportunity on this Tiger P. I wasn't game to take another shot, purely because the KV4 did not come out of cover, and it's understandable. He's almost actually dead. I did zoom back at one stage trying to figure out why he spot what's going on. Why is he just sitting there but not seeing anything? once I figured out why he didn't move, I accepted that fact and went, yeah, no, that's a fair judgment. Why waste such a perfectly good tank on doing a silly move? Just about to do it, I'd say. Speeding this up to 4 times just to get the battle over with. We'll jump into another scumbag battle. Now this next one I'm going to jump into was a little bit more interesting. It was a little bit more funny as well. Just because of the way things have gone. Well, Atharius has just come online. It's more or less the next one. It's a battle of where you watch people just rage at each other, and why people do it, I have no idea. So, why not? Let's go jump over to that one right now. Kick it off, and another scumbag battle for boom time. Okay guys, here we are on Helmsdor. Now Helmsdor is not the best match for scumbags, but nonetheless, the only reason why I've taken us over to this one is just because of the rage factor that comes out of this battle. Now I don't know whether it's directly at me. I didn't really catch a lot of the blurb properly when I was playing the battle, but I thought, you know what, there was something a little bit funny about this, and it was just the way our team and their team just reacted to each other at one stage of this battle was absolutely hilarious. And then, I don't know why, but the Centurion on the other team must have had a half mental breakdown for some reason, and I think it could have been directed at me purely because I shot him from the position I'm going into. Now, most people know when you're playing on Helmsdorf, a lot of the time the scumbags do come here. Reason for that is the fact that we can actually shoot over the hill, just grazing the top. Now I have shot someone in the back before and hit targets, just like as you can see. I'm aiming up to around here, and if I was aimed up, the Cromwell probably would have taken a punch from me. But I wasn't aimed up properly, which means that I can't really nail that Cromwell properly, and the T-44 racing around there doesn't help things out anymore. Then of course there's the Centurion. Now this is a gamble shot. Watch this, big 700 hit damage, and you just watch the chat window after this point. Okay, it was pretty lucky that shot, but at the same time, that's how it goes. That's how it should be. You should be able to do things like that. And it was a pity that none of the rest of the enemy team didn't pull up closer, so I couldn't get any more pounding shots into them. The chat window hasn't lit up. I thought it actually lit up a bit more by now. It obviously hasn't yet. Now the IS-3s there have pretty well got a great position hold down there. They're protected from me. The T-20 is spotting them for the 50-meter distance, so that's fine. There it is. There's the start of it, and keep that in mind that that was the start of it. I have no idea why, but pretty well, as you can see, the Panther was not happy with the M40. Now that Panther, where is he on this map? What is he? Is the Jag Panther? Where is that Jag Panther? Oh, he's dead. Okay, so he's somewhere. He was somewhere else on the map. He probably was over here one stage, and he has actually died. I am watching out for this Hellcat now. I'm pretty sure he hasn't moved, and which he hasn't. So keep aiming, keep waiting, and then when the time is right, I took a pot shot, and of course it paid off. And it's not very often you can say you get a silent kill just like that on a Hellcat, but Hellcats are pretty easy. So nonetheless, what do you find now? Well, there's not much for me to shoot up, which is a little bit disappointing. It's sort of, now we're at the stage of the battle where unless they come out, I can't shoot them, and it's no longer worthwhile me being here. And this is where I decided it's time to move off down the railway track where I've got defensive mechanisms. There's only a couple of medium tanks on the hill, and it's not not very favourable for me to actually survive. I did think, oh yeah, I'll go down this way, because I thought the VK45 was still here and I was just going to come around the corner and pretend I'm a TD, and I went into it. Discovered he was gone and thought, oh well, let's go back to where I was going, back to my original location, which is over behind the railway tracks. As you can see, the medium tanks are now starting to get rolled by the heavy tanks. That's generally the way it goes. If a silly move is made, oh, that poor, what was it? The poor little light tank which went around with our FCM just got one shot by the scumbag. That sucks. That's rough when that happens, but it does happen. I've done it to a few people, and it's happened to me a few times. So once again, another sort of boring match, but it just shows different things that happen with scumbags, and why scumbags aren't really that bad a tank. Scumbags more or less are. Look at that. I like that. Real men don't whine, loser. So he's obviously complaining at the Yag Panther for something again. Who knows? Smiley faces. It's obviously a bit of a joke. Good game. So they're making up. The only thing is, right at the end of the battle, the Centurion posts up there. Real players don't play arties or something. SPG, something like that. There it is. Real men don't play SPGs. You faggot. M40. Like, honestly, really? Yeah, you have to say stuff like that. I know it can be frustrating when you lose a battle, and I've had my fair share of battles that are lost for certain reason. But to say something like that when you look at the map, for us to actually hit a target on this map is actually quite hard, and to do it well and to get a nice shot like I did on that Centurion earlier in the battle is actually quite tricky, and it can be quite annoying because a lot of the scumbags we have to play with don't have a lob shotgun. They sort of have a slightly flatter trajectory. It makes it hard because you could potentially hit your own guys, or as you can see, my shot will not dip enough to hit the target, and I'm relying on basically hitting them straight in the front of the turret and things like that. So it is difficult, but to say things like that, it's not very fair, and it's not sportsmanlike. Like, really, if you're taking this game that seriously, you need to play something else, and you need to step back and do something else for a change. Now it's time for the real fun. This battle I'm about to show you on my VK45 is the best I've played. The VK45 for me has always been a bit of a troll tank, and it's always been a very interesting tank. Let's jump over and I'll run you through this one right now. Alright guys, here we are, VK45. Now the VK45 is a very strong tank. If any of you have versed the VK45, you'll know that the predecessor tank to the VK45, being the Tiger P, is an incredibly strong tank. And the VK45 actually inherits a lot of those factors. But it gets a lot more of its factors from the fact of the angling of the armor, and you've got to keep that in mind with this thing. This thing can side scrape like no tomorrow, and it will bounce like no tomorrow. I've come up with against plenty of 45s, and the 45Bs in particular, the tier 9 version of this tank. Now the tier 9 version has the turret placed at the back of the tank instead of the front of the tank. That's the only difference really between them, but nonetheless, plus it gets armor and all the other stuff, better gun and everything else. But nonetheless, this tank to me is still got the Povo turret on it. Look at this KV2. Come on, I'll play with you. What's that? You did 300 damage to me. I did 300 back? Fuck you. So for me, I have upgraded certain items on this. I have got the top gun on this. I have got the top gun you can get on the Tiger 2 because I've already unlocked it on the Tiger 2. So transferable gun straight across to the VK45. The other advantage I have got too is I have got the top motor. Also transferable, of course, from the Tiger 2. Along with it, I think I have put the tracks on. I can't really remember. I'm still sitting here waiting. I'm pretty confident the KV2 will pop out any second. But this is the key to this battle. Map awareness. Now, if you look at the map, we're spread out pretty thin. They're still in clump. Here we go. I hit him, pull back, he's hit the car. And he's probably sitting there going, what just happened? I've just been outsmarted and outwitted by a car. Where's my shell gone? And countless times when I've been on my KV2, that has happened to me. Now I am still aimed, ready on this corner, hoping to hit something. I see the SU. I did click, but I don't know why. I must have hit the right mouse button and it cancelled my left mouse button, and I didn't fire on the SU-152. So I know I hit the right side, but the left side when I was meant to fire didn't do it. Still following the SU. I didn't think the KV2 was brave enough to take me on again. Now, as you can see, I have loaded up premium rounds. Now, the reason I've done this is, if you look at the map now, we're not in a good position, but I wanted to really do some damage. The IS has come round. I thought, yep, I can nail this IS pretty hard, pretty quickly, get him down. My reload will beat the IS. The SU-152 has come down. Now I'm sort of half side scraping. Change my angle of side scraping. See whether it works. Not for that one. Did bounce the SU. Fired on the IS again. Decided to re-angle in a different position. See the SU's gone behind the wall, so I decide finish off the IS and then angle and side scrape for the SU, which works out perfectly for me. As you can see, he's just tracked me. I play another one back in it, and that's the advantage of prisoners. You do pay to win. Now I am up to 2,000 damage, and I'm faring pretty well. Now I know that my reload is probably faster than the SU. I detrack him, realise what I've done, and wore his shot. Now I'm getting shot in the arse, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to get up beside the SU. I can take a few shots in the back. I can shoot him on the move because I'm close enough. I can get here, spin around, and he's going to be a problem. So I have to reload, fire, take him out, and angle for the Chaffee now. And now I'm bouncing the Chaffee. Poor little Chaffee. He doesn't even know that I've got a premium round load for him. Now this was a bit of a waste of a premium round. Auto lock targeting, and now I'm getting shot in the butt by a leopard. A leopard, honestly. And then there's the T25 there. And this is where things just get interesting. I thought, you know what? Time to take one more shot. And as you can see, I took the last shot on the Borsig. Alright, now I have hit the wrong button there. That was my mistake. So I've just fast forward backwards a bit to continue. And it was just unfortunate. Now, as you can see, if you look at the map, a lot of the team has, well, we've been taken out quite considerably. And it was really disappointing this match. I did everything I could to carry this team. I did 3,000 damage, and that's nothing to sneer at. It was just a very, very disappointing end to a great battle, more or less. I was really disappointed in the results in this battle. I really thought that my team could pull through, and they could actually help me out a bit more. And that's really what disappointed me about this ending. Now, it comes basically down to the fact that when you get outnumbered like this, there's not a lot you can do, and you've just got to do what you can do. And that's why I say and encourage you to just do map awareness stuff. Map awareness is something that's key in all of these matches. And for me, just playing the right way, in the right concepts, the right times, can make all the differences. And it was just a pity that in the end I got swarmed by the enemy, and there's nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. And you take the good with the bad and the ugly. But as you can see, I was outnumbered. No way was I going to get out of this one. But if I could have snuck myself into this corner, it could have been slightly different, I think. There could have been a different result in the end of this battle. But I wasn't able to, and I didn't, so there you go. But that's what I mean. Even with an average stock tank, I've just shown to you that it doesn't matter. When you upgrade your tank, and you upgrade for the first time through, you're always going to be crap. But you play your tanks right, you play your tanks well, and it can make the second time through a little bit easier. Having the top gun on this does make it easier. Having not the top turret at times really frustrates me because I can feel the shots going through it. I sit there going, if I had the top turret, this might have bounced and it could have been a bit better, and little things like that. But you know what? I'm proud of this tank. I am really proud. The 45 is living up to the expectation I have of it, and it's giving me the respect that I thought. Well, it's basically showing the same respect as what I know this tank has got, and that's the beauty of it, and I love it for it. And I do encourage, as I do with most of my tanks, if you want to get it, go get it. It is a go-getting tank. It will look after you if you look after it properly. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to take, I took a couple of screenshots after this one, so I'm going to show you the screenshots right now of basically the results and the battle, just so you have an idea of what happened. So let's go do that right now. Right you go. Here we go, guys. It was a defeat. But as you can see, high caliber's not too bad. I did get the new award Bruiser, as well as I got what's that one to the it's the Rider Bruiser. I can't think what it was called now. Something like basically steel wall or whatever it is. Duelist, that's it, Duelist, because I was able to withstand the battles of people coming at me and stuff like that. Then you've got Master Gunner, Sharpshooter, and that is the one where you take more damage than your hit points in total. As you can see, Mastery Badge 2 out of it. 859 XP. Now that's not too bad. I was really proud of those end results. Now going across the actual team results, as you can see, I did over 3,000 damage with that, and that's not bad. I'm really happy with the fact that I did over 3,000 damage in this battle. Along with doing over 3,000 damage, I did the most across the board. It was just a pity that a few players in our team didn't get the damage they required to take out the targets that were left over after that battle, and that's the way it goes. But this is the best battle I've had to date in my VK45. I've really enjoyed this tank, guys. Look, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed bringing videos to you guys over the last few months, and I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to really try to get back into it. I've got a new one I'm doing very soon. I'm going to start working on. That should be coming within the next few days. Something different to what I'm used to, because I haven't had the ability to play tanks as much. So this is another option I'm going to explore. So I hope you do like it too. It's basically me playing through the game and setting up my webcam and everything else so that I can record it and then upload it to YouTube in sections for you guys. It is an old game though, so I thought, you know what, I've never played any of the genre of this game ever. I've watched a few bit snippets, and it's always been a game I want to play. So it is an old game, but it's a game that I've bought recently and thought, you know what, let's do this as my first one and maybe go through the series of games that have followed it. But you'll see it. Also, I have got a Facebook page. Please come and join me over there. I do post my videos directly on that, so you will see me starting this series, because I will post it up there. Otherwise, pay attention to the YouTube page. I will try to do the normal uploading of a World of Tanks video as well for it, but there's no promises there or guarantees that it's going to happen. But that's how that, guys. Enjoy your gaming. Happy hunting. I'll catch you on the